So a couple of Hot Wheels ID cars, well, a few. So we've got the Camaro SS and two different Batmobiles, and I guess I'll start with the Camaro first because I think it's a more interesting one. Got it for really cheap, I think $3, something like that, off Amazon. I feel like it's just makes a lot more sense to wait for Amazon and the price to drop on Prime than to get it in stores because even the cheaper ones are being sold for $5 in stores, which while you can get you can get them for $5 on Amazon pretty often, and you can also wait for them to drop to like $3, which is a great price for these cars. I hope they're doing well for Mattel. They're definitely gonna do more next year, and I do really like the next year's selection. There's the Nissan Fairlady Z, which looks great in gold. There's the Centenario Roadster, more Lamborghinis always welcome, and other stuff, right? But the problem is distribution this year. For the second wave, the distribution has been terrible, and all of the desirable models are going for like crazy amounts online, and I'm just not gonna do that. They're not being sold on Amazon. You sometimes see them in stores. Apparently, I've seen people on Reddit posting about it. I've never seen any, but anyway, I think this is 2017 version, right? So the most up to date generation of the Camaro. 2020. What does it say? 2018 Camaro SS. All right. Sorry. So yeah, a nice copper color. Honestly, there's never too much to say about these, right? Pretty well done all around. I think it's a little slightly smaller than True 164. One problem, if you're into like model collecting, this will be a problem because the upslope chin, which I think it's not as bad as it. Excuse me. Oh, choked a little. It's not as bad as some of the other models. Doesn't look as terrible, but still, if you like that, if you like the accuracy, well, if you like that, if you're super anal about the accuracy, which I sometimes can be, but if you're really concerned about accuracy, Hot Wheels in general is probably not the one to go for anyway, and this ID Camaro even less so. But it still looks cool at the end of the day, and like I said, I got it for $3, so I can't really complain too much about it. Next up, let's go for this one first. The Arkham Knight Batmobile. I think it's one of the Arkham games. I don't play video games, so I've never played the Arkham games, but looks pretty nice actually. It's a like the back is a lot bigger than I expected, honestly, just from the pictures, which is usually showing it from like a very front heavy angle. Yeah, it's questionable how good this thing will do on the tracks and the boosters, especially the loops. I have my reservations, but not a lot of pieces, as you can see. Pretty much just the base, the interior, which also doubles as the um, uh, it also doubles as the window and the main body. So it's only had three pieces. Yeah, it's a bit plain, but I think it's cool. I think I got this for like $3 or maybe even less. So yeah, and I wanted to like see what this casting is all about, and I think it looks pretty cool. There's a red one for the ID Chase, which is pretty cool. No printing in the back whatsoever. I just think it's a little lazy. I don't care too much because I don't have any personal attachment to this car or the friend or the the video games it's from. But still, one thing I do like a lot would be the Tim Burton Batmobile from 1989, right? 89 Batmobile. This one looks properly cool. You can see the transparent yellow pieces, which is different from the windscreen. You can see it's this one is more like a dark gray kind of tinted color. Spectraflame black, which looks really cool. Batman logo. Again, the lack of printing on these, supposedly premium priced cars. I mean, well, no, supposedly premium cars because they're obviously premium priced and honestly, like, more expensive. You have the two sides, and that's it, The front could use some headlight printing. A little yellow here will be nice, and some printing at the back. For instance, like a little red on the rear lights will be nice. Maybe a little hint of a booster will be nice. But overall, it's a good looking car. Just some more deco will be helpful. So now I have 4 out of the 5 Batman series cars. So I found this in store for $7, which is pretty nice. You know, like if you go for it online, it's probably a lot more expensive than that. These two, I think, are the best. The Nolan Batmobile, the they call it like the Dark Knight. Uh, it's not like, I think it's really easy to tell like the difference between, for instance, these two in comparison to these two. Not from like a Hot Wheel toy car kind of way, just from like a design point of way. Like these two are trying, in my opinion, trying so hard to be like aggressive and militaristic, while the other two, especially the old '60s Batmobile, just a lot more classy. And I think I personally like that a little bit more. Not the biggest fan of Nolan, to be perfectly honest. I think he's fine. He's good. Like he hasn't made a movie that's like quote unquote bad. I did not enjoy Dunkirk one bit. It's hard for me to enjoy like movies, historical movies in general. But I think that one I enjoyed even less than usual. It's like the weird time skip thing, and like all the visuals are great, the effects are great, which was what you expect from Nolan. But on the other hand, like all of the dialogue are terrible, which, you know, like the vast majority of the movie has no dialogue, which in turn just make the dialogue when it happens stand out. And when the dialogue is bad, you really feel that. It's like 90% of the time, like everything is done visually, which is nice, if you're not accounting for the crazy editing. But whenever someone opens their mouth, it's like, oh, ew, no. Yeah, I don't love Nolan. He's fine, but I also feel like he's pretty overhyped in my opinion. Um, I would take um, Denis Villeneuve. Yeah, I still struggle pronouncing his name, but there is Jack Villeneuve who has been you know that there's like F1 drivers was the same last name, so I would presume that's how you're supposed to pronounce it, but I'm not really sure either. I like him. I love. No, I love him. I think I've seen almost every movie he's ever made. Enemy is fantastic. Sicario is not a topic I'm super interested in, but it's really well made. And Arrival so far is my favorite movie of all time. So yeah, I think I can safely say I love that guy. And he's coming out. The new Blade Runner movie is great, and I'm looking forward to the new movie. I haven't read the novels, but I've seen the David Fincher crazy David Fincher movie, and I'm looking forward to what Denis Villeneuve is able to do with it. And I also love Edgar Wright. I think these two are my favorite working directors right now. Quentin Tarantino, maybe, but I don't like his more recent movies in comparison to his older ones. But whatever. All four Batmobiles, and I didn't even bother getting the Justice League Batmobile because, like, I'm okay with Nolan movies. I have no feeling one way or another towards the video games, but I despise the um well half, I guess. I despise the half that what's his face, Zack Snyder, that I hate. Zack Snyder's movies. I don't hate him as a person. I'm sure he's lovely, but his movies are terrible. So I don't want to really associate myself with I don't want to associate my collection with that. I'm just gonna put it that way. But still, Morhawa's ID. I feel like I'm going pretty all out on this series, which is a bit expensive sometimes. I think they're all good, and like I think one thing I always say is like it's the cheapest way you can get Spectral Flame in Hot Wheels, and that surely accounts for something, right? Right. All right. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.